Okay, so here we go again. We're trying part 1 of What If Naruto had a Phoenix-based bloodline. Now, the first stage of the Phoenix bloodline gives someone regeneration. This would allow the user to regrow limbs. But yet they do not have the Phoenix's pyrokinesis just yet. They get pyrokinesis when they reach stage 2. When they reach stage 2, they get the ability to create wings made out of phoenix fire, which is their ideal of pyrokinesis. Phoenix fire can both heal and destroy by the user's will. Anything the user desires, it will destroy in a matter of an instant with the user's will. Guys, I'm sorry if you hear all that in the background. That's my brother. Anyways, so as I mentioned, these flames can both heal and destroy anything the user wills. So let's say these flames touch someone the user sees as an enemy. That user will turn to dust. However, if these flames touch someone that the user sees as an ally, these flames will heal them. Anyways, so now we reach the final stage. This is really why it's called What If Naruto had the power of a phoenix. When someone reaches the final stage, they get the ability to become a phoenix. It's a sign. They literally become a phoenix. They get the ability to become a phoenix as they desire. Not to mention, they literally become immortal. Uzumakis know of this stage But no Uzumaki has ever achieved it. They only know of this stage because it was a blessing by an actual phoenix to them. That's the only reason they know of this actual stage, and it was an actual blessing of a phoenix. And the phoenix straight up told them what this bloodline of theirs would be capable of. That it would be giving them. It would literally turn them into a phoenix. But no Uzumaki has ever been able to achieve this stage. They know of its existence, but that doesn't mean they were able to achieve its existence. So in this story, Naruto will be the first person to actually achieve the phoenix form. Now the question is, how much do I want to change the series? Other than making Sasuke a female because I wanted a Naruto Sasuke shipping without seeming gay, so yeah, that's what I had to do.
Ever wonder what would happen if you install Misplay? Explore games and redeem rewards all in one app. The more you play, the more you earn. Stop wondering. Download Misplay and start earning today.
I don't know why, but he's been lazy all day. The Uzumaki clan was also known not as much but for their dragon summoning contract. They're just gonna be known as bloodline. This bloodline's name is Phoenix Force. No, its name is Blessing of the Phoenix. This bloodline's name is Phoenix Force. Naruto always knew he had a deeper connection to fire than most. He just didn't know how deep. He always felt drawn to it, but he also knew that type of fire, the basic type, just never felt right to him. Almost like it was never made for him. Like it was not worth his time. Almost like it was such a weak flame that it was worthless. He never knew why. But this is just how he grew to start seeing basic fire. Even down to the Amaterasu flames is how he started to feel. Once again, he never knew why. Hi, Shadow. My cat just grew up on me wanting attention. I can't pet you with that hand, Shad Man. Anyway, so let's get back to the video. So, I've explained this. So now let's explain the meeting of Naruto and Satsuki. Okay. So now let's explain everything. So now let's explain. So now let's get right into the introduction. We don't start off in Naruto's POV. No, yes we do. We start off in Naruto's POV. Naruto is about 4 at this point in time. He is able to he has the first stage of his bloodline down pat. He has almost reached his bloodline's second stage, to a point where the fire wings have started to manifest. Naruto has reached his bloodline's second stage. No. Let's skip to when Naruto was 6. This is when he meets Satsuki, because this makes better time for when Naruto would have awoken the second stage of his bloodline. Naruto has awoken the second stage of his bloodline. He was wandering around the park, just like any other day, but unlike any other, and just like any other day, all of the kids were staying away from him like he was the devil himself, like he was the devil incarnate. Oh, don't get Naruto wrong. He ain't stupid. He knows exactly what he holds. He was a prodigy of the highest level. And no one can deny this fact. So, anyways, this would be the day he would meet the woman that would grow to be the love of his life, Satsuki Uchiha. He was just wandering in the park like always. Just like always, though, he was alone. He had no one. But that's when a young girl walked up to him. This young girl had black waist-length hair. Oh God! Don't tell me, George. George. Hey, yo! Oh God! The bathroom door's closed. I know where he is. Oh God! Did George forget you outside again? George keeps forgetting my dog outside. I'm just shocked that he keeps forgetting my dog. He keeps letting my dog out last and forgetting him. George, you forgot Dozer again. No, I didn't forget Dozer again. Oh. It's in the fucking can. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know. You can fuck off, little kid. I'm sorry. I didn't know. I just saw the bathroom door was shut. I didn't know that you were taking a shower. No, I'm about to take a shower, but I wanted to make sure I let him in before I fit. I always want to take my fucking shit, man. I'm sorry. I didn't know. No, I just heard a puppy whimpering outside of the front door. Anyways. 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 So let's get right back into this. So she had obsidian black eyes as black as the night. One he didn't know why, but he felt like he could stare for an eternity in. He wouldn't figure out why he had this strange connection to her, or why he kept wanting to stare directly into those eyes he thought was the most beautiful thing he ever seen. I hate this. Anyway. So anyways. Oh yeah. Okay, let's get right into this. Little did he know, she felt the same about his ocean blue eyes. She felt like she could stare into them for an eternity. She straight up talked to him and said, "Hey, my name's Satsuki Yochiya, what's yours?" He said this name. "My name is Naruto. Naruto Uzumaki." We see in the background a young teenager smiling at this. He wanted he wanted these two to particularly get along. He never could explain it, but he always seen these two in a way belonging together. She was always lonely because their father never wanting to be treating being a sexist and all that type of shit, and he hated it. He hated it with a burning passion. And he thought it was just his little sister. He thought his little sister, he thought deserved a tiny bit of happiness. Anyways. Let's get just right into this. So let's get right back into this shit. She straight up said, "Let's be friends." He said, "Sure, let's." He didn't know why she wanted to be her friend. Why she wanted to be his friend. The part of him that's more or less becoming very untrusting to most people screamed at him that she was not trustworthy. But for some reason but that part of him just strangely trusted him. He didn't know why. Now we skip to their first day at the academy. They're both 8. Let's start with that. They're both 8. They went through the first exam. Naruto has mastered his bloodline. There is quite literally nothing else he can learn. He also learned the Uzumaki seal that would allow them to make somebody else, if they were to ever achieve this bloodline's ability, immortal. But Naruto would be the first to actually have to use this seal. Because he technically would not have needed it if he could not have reached his bloodline's full capacity. But he was able to do it. Need it. So let's get right back into this. So their first day at the academy went pretty well. Like always, though, they were always close to one another. And everybody could understand this. The Uchiha's fanboy club didn't like it, though. They actually hated the effect that, as they would put it, the demon brat, got their Satsuki's attention. She hated it. He hated it. For God's sake, most shinobi hated this. It's a fan. No. She will not have a fan club. Yeah, no, forget what I just said. She does not have a fan club. So let's get right into this. Anyways. So let's get right into this. So that those blew up before we do anything else. Throughout the academy, Naruto masters bloodline to a point where Naruto is officially an immortal. He was a prodigy in the arts of Fuinjutsu, to a point where Hiruzen could not deny this kid his heritage anymore. So Hiruzen gave Naruto a strange-looking Zanbato, a giant sword. Okay, those who know Ichigo's sword should know what this looks like. It's Ichigo's sword, right? But the blade is on both sides, for one. With the handle. With one handle. That's with it being a two-handed blade. As well. This blade has a few unique abilities. Number one, it's two blades fused into one. Therefore, the blades can separate, creating two of Ichigo's swords. This sword takes a lot of strength to wield properly. Naruto trained non-stop for years just to master this blade's true usage and ability. This is what Naruto chose to do for that year. So let's get right into this. True story. So now we skip to the. Let me explain a bit more on this sword's abilities real quick. So let's get right into this. The Sambato is both a mix, once again, of Kisame Hoshigaki's sword and Zabuza Momochi's. This blade is a mix offensive abilities. Okay. This sword is a sentient blade. Yeah, so you know what? Yeah, it's gonna be a mix of Kisame and Zabuza's sword. And I think I'm gonna make it in every series to where a sword, to where the 7 swords of the mist were stolen. Because it just makes logical sense to me. There's no way there is no one from that village that's that good at seals. So it just doesn't make sense. So let's keep going. So, oh. Ooh, a game like this is better for it.
Eventually, my box had been found. Well, hello. It's gonna be me all over.
Shut up. let's get right back into this now. Yeah. This sword will not give the user a high wind affinity, but it's gonna be just those two abilities. The abilities to devour chakra, as well as the ability to rebuild itself on shot, as well as the ability to rebuild itself with blood, are the two greatest aspects of my blade, of this blade, named Komuru, Kamara, Camellia, named Camellia. Camellia is a wonderful blade. Norton, how about Arashi no Ryu? Yeah, I like Arashi no Ryu. This sword's name is Arashi no Ryu. Arashi no Ryu, just like Samihatsu, chooses its wielder by the taste of its chakra, by potency and shit like that. Now, Naruto and Satsuki, let's get into a bit of... About a year ago, Naruto, after realizing how he felt about her and seeing how and Naruto asked her on a date. About a month after that, and he realized, I want to make this official. He brought her on a very romantic date and straight up asked her to go out with him officially. To officially be his girlfriend. She almost instantly agreed. Something told him, though, that she was waiting for it. Almost like that's what she's been waiting for. That's her favorite way of wording it. Almost like how he... Let's get right into it. So, they went out for... They're still going out. Now I'm gonna make this clear. My what ifs are not gonna mean drama. If I choose a ship, the ship will be clear. It's gonna be rare, like I choose this ship, gonna go with them, that's gonna get shooting on him or something. Okay. Properly. This is the last day of the academy. Now the first thing we see. Now the first thing we see Naruto doing is thrusting into okay, now the first thing we see them doing, we see Naruto doing at first sight. We see Naruto and I don't know, mix this up with my past what if. Sorry about that. Naruto and Satsuki making out. After Satsuki finally had enough. After all, they've been dating for over a year, and he has yet to actually take her virginity. And it's gotten on her last nerve too, because she's been giving him signs and signs and signs. She's been wanting for her virginity to be missing for so fucking long by him, for him just to take it. So while they were making out, she made sure it was getting steamy. By that I mean, she was feeling Naruto up under her shirt, under his her legs were wrapped around him. She was giving him a hand job at the same time as making out with him with tongue. As one of her hands were giving him a hand job, while his other one was roaming through his wild blonde locks. As Naruto had one of his hands around her waist, squeezing her ass every now and then, and his other one up her shirt every now and then, squeezing her tit. One of her tits. As finally she had enough, she took the hand that was giving her a hand job out of his pants and removed his hand that was around his shirt, grabbed his shirt and ripped it in half. To him, but she wasn't the only one thinking anymore. She was not the only one to finally be done with thinking. So was Naruto. He finally had it enough with holding himself back. He has also started. He didn't want to rush this relationship. They've only been dating for a year, and he didn't want to rush his relationship with her. So he stopped himself. Now that he knows she wants it, though, he ain't going to stop himself anymore. He grabbed her shirt and tore it apart and ripped it apart, just like she did with him. As he threw her on the bed right afterwards, as if it was their own instinct, they both dropped their pants in an instant. As Naruto leaned down and kissed her. This has more or less become their own instincts taking over, not ruling with their lust over their emotions. And it definitely shocked her how much her lust showed. Both their eyes were glazed over, and with lust. To them, all they seen was each other. As they finally finished ripping off each other's clothes, they were both purely in the nude. Naruto was not wearing nothing, as their clothes were everywhere. As he kissed her one more time and whispered, "I'm gonna make you scream my name out in so much." As he said, as he started sucking on one of her, as if it was her own instinct, foreplay started happening. Just like it always would between them. He grabbed one of her breasts and started massaging and started sucking her other breast with his mouth. As if it was his instinct, he let his hand slide down and go into her pussy. He started fingering her with one finger. After a good after a good 10 seconds, he had another one and another one. Until finally he was fisting inside of her pussy. After a while, he was fingering her with he was fisting inside of her. He was fingering her with all 5 fingers. With 3. He's After screaming out his name enough, they both stopped only to look in each other's eyes. As he laid down first, she sat down on his face, pussy downwards. As she started by licking the tip of his cock. His rock hard 10-incher cock. His rock hard foot-long cock. He was extremely blessed. She knew this. She had always known this. Every time they have had any type of passionate makeout session, where shit was even starting to get steamy. Of course, Naruto would stop himself normally, but with the amount of lust she was releasing, not to mention, she was able to learn a pheromone jutsu when that would release a lot of her pheromones. So her lust was on full view and in full force, which would lead to this. He started licking her clit. He started licking her clit. He started licking her pussy. As she started fully sucking on his cock. After a while, she was able to deep throat that. For them, this was just their instincts leading them at this point. They forgot all about their logic and physical prowess. It was just their instincts. Not to mention, as much as she hated the classes in that Konoichi class, seduction missions did need it. So yes, she did learn sexual techniques, which she was using selling them. This was known as the two-way street. It's called them both delivering it. As finally, after Naruto flicked her clit with his tongue, and Naruto crooned in her mouth as she crooned in his. Naruto licked up all of her juices. He licked up all of her juices off his face, and so did she with her. But they were not done yet. Naruto's cock automatically risen back up after looking at her body just once. She was unnaturally blessed for a kid her age. She had D-cup breasts, which is extremely good for her age. Reaching on her neck colitis seal. This was the seal of immortality. She did not give the bloodline to the phoenix, but she did give the phoenix immortality, aka why she cannot manifest or manipulate phoenix power. She had regeneration and immortality. These were the aspects she was able to gain from the bloodline. As Naruto lined his cock with her pussy and looked at her and asked for permission, she said she should. In his eyes, she could tell she was asking for permission. While he was in his lust, while he fell into lust, he was still a gentleman. She knew this aspect about him, which only made her love him more. She shook her head yes, as he thrust it into her. She started screaming out and moaning out his name. Naruto-kun! Don't slow down. She started moaning out his name in utter bliss and pleasure. She didn't know why or how. How Naruto was this good when she knew he was just like her, a virgin. But as she felt it, Naruto's cock twitched. After a few hours of Naruto thrusting inside of her, something in her desired to fuck him, desired him so badly in her, wanted him to coon in her. She knew it was a bad idea, but what is a good idea in this world anymore? Let's get right back into this stuff. Because they both shouted to each other, and they both straight up shouted to each other. Her back please, as she let out a moan of absolute and utter bliss and pleasure. You did when it was her first one. You just finished crying after it. So that was her 17th climax in the session. It shocked her. It was going for hours straight, speaking of both of their unnatural stamina. As they were finally both laying down in bed together. This was the night before his exam. As they were both naked with their clothes everywhere. Naruto was straight up asked her, I know you planned to have sex with me. Please tell me at least what your mother. The Uchiha Master did happen. And why he still wants to kill Itachi? With Naruto still being alive, he was able to become more or less an insect. Now he skips to the final day of the academy. They wanted to be on the same team, so Naruto made himself become the dead last. He pretended to be weak at every word by holding back. Because they wanted to be on the same team. So Naruto held the fuck back. So, okay guys, I think we're going to make this one a 10 better than that. So let's get right into it. Let's keep going. So, when they finally both reached the academy, Naruto had Arashinorayu on his back, which he had never brought Arashinorayu to school. They were shocked when they seen this fucking badass looking Zambado on Naruto's back. Sasuke also had a sword. It's her sword it's Sasuke's sword from Shippuden. She was able to find it in the Uchiha armor. It was made out of separate liquid metal, just like Naruto's Zanbato. Also, the blade of Naruto's Zanbato is black. The black blades are just a lot more badass. No one can deny that. So, yeah. Naruto kept fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting like a demon. He didn't slow down. He didn't care. All that mattered to him was survival and keeping Satsuki safe. He in a way became his anchor, as much as he became hers. She also took a pregnancy. She used a pregnancy jutsu a jutsu that stops her from becoming pregnant. They both knew they were not ready for it.
Every day, wake up. Every day, wake up.
Let's get right back into this. Back into this whatever. You guys also have to remember, I don't script swear. For one, I don't want to sound like a dead man because I'm reading like a damn script. So I just would it on the fly. Let's get right back into it. Now, where the fuck was I? Oh yeah. But those who were intelligent could see the strange glow in the limp in her step, and the unnaturally happy smile on her face, as though they seen something similar around Naruto, as they also seen them straight up holding each other's hands lovingly. They knew they were dating, everybody did. And the men who were straight up hatred, more have a hatred and deep jealousy towards Naruto for this. Especially Kiba, who just as much as he keened after Hinata, he keened after her as well. But Kiba also knew something. He realized the fact. No one has ever seen Naruto wield a sword, but the fact that he had one says, and the way he's carrying it out like that tells us he knows how to use it. That's most likely why he was not good at taijutsu. He was always good with the art of the blade. Most likely. So which meant Naruto is not as weak most likely as people can think he is. His flames may never revive a dead man, but it will show his friends love and affections. Now we skip a bit. The teams are all canon. So are the Now we go right to Kurashi's introductions. Sakura said, I wish to my dream, my dislikes. I like, well, the top shinobi of the class technically would be... Oh no, Naruto's the top shinobi of the class. Sakura has a... Okay, Sakura likes all the same. Sakura is a lesbian in this story, in a fangirl. But she also knows better. Because she also knows Naruto is the student of the year, or whatever it's called. The dead last was Sakura Haruna in this story. She was barely able to pass. Because seriously, she has no technical capabilities, and she doesn't even use her intelligence, alright? Naruto's likes. I like Satsuki-chan. These are Naruto's likes. Naruto likes ramen, Satsuki. Naruto likes, as he would, the Queen of the Night. What Satsuki knew was his technique. He dislikes stupid fangirls who cannot get past their damn hormones. He dislikes when fangirls and people try to take what he loves from them. Satsuki's like this. He likes her. Her dream is still the same, but she wants to make a family with Naruto. As much as he wants to make a family with her, but they both know they're not ready for that. Just yet. Okay, other than that though, all their dreams are the same. She still wants to chase after her life. So now we skip towards the two most exams. The battle test. It doesn't go to canon. Because Naruto and Sasuke are dating. They're